Welcome to New Scale Models. I'm Jason, your host, and I do models and apparently electronics. What's going on with that? Let's go to the overhead view and see what we're talking about today. So we're talking about nothing, but we have something here. We have another Nintendo Switch. We're going to take it out of my check-in container here, my little container for screws and whatnot that I have nice and labeled. My microfiber cloth for protecting the screen, because believe it or not, this screen is in excellent condition. The back cover is in excellent condition. Unfortunately, the kickstand is not in excellent condition, but I can get a new kickstand. Other than that, this thing is immaculate, and I want to keep it that way. So, and listen, this thing turns on. Look, boom, it turns on. Let's shut it down. Let's go to power options, turn it off. So we're going to turn it off here. And we are going to go ahead and we are going to hook up some power to it. So I'm going to do power two different ways here. I am going to do it the way that I thought would be a fantastic way to do it with this USB-C power meter. But I've turned out that I found a better way. Slightly dodgy way with some cable running and have to be super careful stuff and custom cables and Y adapters, and I'll go over that in a video one day. So we have this hooked to the official Nintendo charger. We have it plugged in here, and we are going to plug it in to our Switch, and we have 260 milliamps, and it's turning on 300 milliamps, and let's just see what happens here. It shows it is charging the console battery. I hope you saw that. So let's turn this over here and see what we draw. And we're drawing it there. Does it say we're charging the battery? It does say we're charging the battery. Okay, so now I looked in this port, and the port looks okay. We're going to look at it under the microscope, hopefully, here. And before I hook up anything else to it. Because I looked at it, it looked okay, and I plugged it in, but that's not what I got when I plugged it in last night. So I'm going to take this one off, and I'm going to put this one on in that top corner there. Let's get this light up here. And let's see if we can look at that USB port here. Okay, so it looks uneven, like it. I don't really have a way to point. Let me get something to point with. If you look over here on this side, like on this side right here, it looks a little thinner than it does on this side. And let's turn it over and take a look here. So, and it looks a little, on this bottom side, it looks a little mangly right there. So that's what I like about this Star microscope. I can really look in there. So I'm not sure about the USB port, but I tested this last night. It doesn't dock to the TV. So it charges on the dock, but it doesn't dock to the TV, and the dock is a known good working dock. So yes, that was what I do know, that we have two docks. They both work great. So what I want to do is I want to put on the power meter and the multimeter. It is connected to amperage to measure amperage, and then this is going to deliver 5 volts up to 2 amps. And I'm going to plug this in, and we're gonna come over here. Where is it? Where is it good to see what's going on? So we're going to plug this in and we're going to see what happens. So, and turn the meter on, the power on. So, okay, so the power is on. Why? Oh, turn the wrong channel on. That would help. So, power is on. It's drawing. I don't know why it says negative milliamps. And my cables got switched. So I want to see, does it say that it's charging the battery here? So yeah, it says it's charging the battery. It's not drawing anything from the power supply. Let's flip it over and see what we get. So it says it's charging it. Yeah, I don't know why this thing is acting so weird. This thing was working fine yesterday. Oh, you know what? That was my fault. That was my bad. See, that's why I said this was dodgy if you don't do it the exact way. There we go. So now it is, let's see here. It's charging at 70.7 microdiems DC. So it's a tight fit with the USB-C port, but it charges both ways. So I don't know what's going on with my setup here. It was working fine yesterday. So I'm going to turn that stuff off. I guess we're going to stick with the meter here. So the meter shows 450 milliamps charging the battery on slow charge because it's almost full. And it's got same difference both ways. So I'm not 100% sure it's the charging port. I'm going to shut this down again. And we're going to pop off the back. So we're going to pop the back off this bad boy here. Put down my cloth. Okay. Now I'm going to use my iFixit tools, and you can't see what I'm doing. There we go. Maybe that's better. Okay, so we're going to get our iFixit tools here, and we need the Y00. Now I looked at all these screws. I'm not 100% sure if it's been opened. They are a little silver, like it has been opened, but you never can be 100% sure. Now, when I first took one of these apart, I was like, okay, so you have to take off all the rail screws, and then I found out that you don't have to take off the rail screws. Just have to take out this middle one. Because I see a lot of disassembly videos, teardowns and stuff, and they take the whole thing apart. I don't need to take the whole thing apart yet. Take the whole thing apart later. Hoping all this needs is a USB port, but you never know. So, what is that? Hold on a second. I don't know. It looks like water or liquid or something. Let's get this SD card screw out. The SD card port. We'll check that. Look at that real quick. That looks good. So I'll put that in the spot for it. And we'll take out these heat screws. This screw doesn't look like it was in all the way. The last switch, which was the first switch I've done motherboard level repairs on, I had to drill out one of the rail screws because it was stripped beyond recognition. So that was fun on the... I decided to do board level repairs. I have gotten these in auctions. I will bid on a Switch, but I will not pay more than $100 for it shipped. And this one came to, looks like I got this one for 97 something, 97.50 probably. So it's got thermal paste on it. So I don't know. I don't think this has been opened before. At least it has a new the original battery. The last one I had to have some cheap knockoff battery that wasn't any good. No water damage. If you look there, the water damage sticker is good. No water damage. I'm not seeing any signs of work done. So, oh, looky here. See, you have to be careful. There is a screw missing on this heatsink. Right there's a screw missing. So I wonder if something on here was replaced. Well, let's take this heatsink off. So there's a heatsink screw missing. I'll put that down to replace that. I replace all the missing screws, and any screws that are extra worn, I replace those. So I like to, if I'm going to do a product, I like to make sure that it is a good quality. Kind of don't want to take this foam off. Oh, that's somewhat intact. So looks like fresh thermal paste. So someone put some thermal paste on this. So put that there. So I'll have to clean that off in a minute. Let's take out the headphone jack screws. And I just, I'm not going to rush taking this apart. I want to take a look at everything, what everything looks like here. Okay, let's... Oh, want you to be able to see what I'm doing. Maybe I can do it this way and you can see it from both angles. I'm going to pop this up here. Pop that up. I'm going to take out this game card screw. And I'm going to get my little spudger thingy. I'm going to gently pop that up and take it out. So, taking a look at this here. Wow, that just died on me. Look at that, that's weird. Okay, it died on me. I'm going to come back to this. It's got some kind of brownness on it. I'm going to come back to this and take a better look at this game card reader. So let me pull the fan. I will gently flip up its tab and unhook it. Oh, and I unplugged this stuff and did not unplug that battery. That was a super noob mistake. That was a super noob mistake. I went to go unplug the battery and then I got distracted by something else. It's not good, not good, not good, not good. Alright. So fan looks fairly clean. So put that in there. So I like my fan on top, on the game card on top. So let's take a look here at what we have. I don't see any kinds of super damage. Let me pick my iFixit kit up off the ground here, and let's swap this for this. And let's move this onto here. Let's look at the chips here. There we go. So there's our M92 chip. Doesn't look too bad around there. So M92 chip doesn't look too bad. There's our fuse. And there's our battery management chip. Doesn't look too bad. So I am going to get this board out of this housing, and we're going to test it for caps and stuff, and then I'll be back in a minute to do that. Hey guys, I'm back with switch number 2 here in this second part of this video. I have pulled the switch out of the motherboard, and I have pulled the game card reader and all this stuff. I got the switch down here in the thing protecting the screen, and the battery's still in the case. It's all sorted out in my number 2 box. And we're going to take a look at this board here underneath the scope. So let's take a look here, and let's take off, let's take off that, and we'll put on the scope real big. And So now let's take a look at this charging port now. So those pins look solid. Let's see if we can get a view of the inside of it better. So I'm not liking what I see in that charge port. It just doesn't look like a new charge port. The pins look a little mangled on the end. Hope you guys can see that. Pins look a little mangled on the ends. Some more light in there. See if that helps. See what I mean? The pins look a little mangly. Let's check this side here. Yeah, see, those pins don't look too good either. So, yeah, so I'm going to show you, let me show you what a port is that is been changed. Now, this board doesn't work either, but at least the port looks halfway decent. So, this is a good port. At least to my knowledge, is a good port. You see how uniform across it is, and then if I show you this one again, see how mangled and malformed, uniform, mangled and malformed, uniform, mangled and malformed. So that one needs a new USB port, and I think that will solve the issue it has with intermittent docking. So other than that, everything else looks good. Let me get this repositioned here. And you know, the M92 chip looks good. The battery management system looks good. No water damage. The water damage marker is still good. The connectors, the game card reader connector, where's that at? You know, it's got a little bit of what looks to be like glue or something on it. So, I'm not sure. Like I said previously, like there was a screw missing from the heatsink. But I tested that screw and it didn't fit. It was like it came from the manufacturer missing that screw. So I don't think this has been opened before, but you know, I've been wrong before. Now let's check. There's that PMIC. So now just for giggles, I want to see if there is a short present across a capacitor. That was giving me problems with the other switch. I just want to check this real quick. I'm probably not going to be able to check it real quick because I can't find my other probe. Oh, it's way over here. I tend to try to keep organized. Now, I'm not going to put it on screen. I'm just going to put it in continuity mode at 50 ohms. Yeah, so 61 ohms, so that's not bad on the other one. And then I had an issue with this cap here. 120. Yeah, that one's low too. So all the caps seem similar on the last one I looked at. But this is, like I said, it's a known good board. It just needs a USB-C port. So I will be changing that. I might change it on a live stream and then do a follow-up video of it working docked. I'm waiting on another dock so I can dock it out here on a separate monitor that has two HDMI inputs. So this is going to be the end of this video here in a minute. I just wanted to show you the board out of the housing. This is going to be probably my known good candidate for housing for testing other boards. Having a good game card reader and a good board, knowing that it's 90% chance that it's just the USB-C port, that I can take readings and things like that to get a good comparison to any other boards I fix. Unfortunately, the last one, I think if it doesn't get working changing the P13 chip, I don't think it's going to be fixed, but I'm not going to give up. I'm going to keep working on it and see what's going on. It's also been thought that the NAND chip may not be the original on that other one. It works on this one. This one's fine, but I'm starting to be suspicious of that because everything seems checking out on the board, but it doesn't, it's not checking out. It's just not working. Not that one. Okay, so I'm going to move this back out here. And I'm going to wrap up this video. So, yeah, this is the second one I got. It's my known good. Everything looks good in it. Just need a USB-C port. I'm probably going to change that on a live stream. That'll probably come out before this. So I'm going to try to make it so it's been recorded. But check that out. Thank you so much for watching. And here's the links to social media and Patreon. And you guys have a fantastic day.